What is shaking, y'all? It is me, Mr. Casual Guy, the one and only, and we got a special, different little video today, the first time we've ever done this. It's came to my attention that there are people out there who probably have never even played this game, or there are people out here who are playing this game and play on PS5 and want the best settings or the best loadout or whatever it may be. So we're going to do a quick walkthrough of all those things today. We're going to do a walkthrough of the game, we're going to do a walkthrough of settings, and we're going to do a walkthrough of the best loadouts, or what I think are currently the best loadouts. So stay tuned. That's what we're doing today. That's what this video is all about. So if you can find some use in that, stick around, hit them buttons. You guys know which ones. I'm not going to sit here and say it again, but I appreciate any effort. If you're sitting there watching it and you enjoy it, it's a simple tap of a button, so the casual guy would appreciate it. So here we go. This is the game. This is the screen you're going to see when you first log onto the game. It's going to have all these different options. Season 1, that's just Black Ops 6 Season 1. That's where we're currently at. Then it's going to go down here, and these are your options. So you've got Dead Light, Green Light, which is zombies. You've got Squid Game Warzone, which is Squid Game inside of Warzone. And Warzone has two different options. So you can do Rebirth, which is you get to go in, fly in, and spawn back. If you get killed, you immediately spawn back. You don't spawn back with your weapons. You spawn back with a starter pistol, rejoin with your team, loop back up, and you get to do that until I think second to last circle, somewhere in that vicinity. I'm not sure the exact count or how many times, but you're limited to how many times you can come back, and then your teammates have to buy you back. And then once the final circle closes, if there's not a buy station that's not in gas, you can't be bought back. So that's kind of how Resurgence breaks down. It's kind of multiplayer-ish to where you get to come back, but bigger maps, less coming back, and the circle closes. So it starts as the whole map, and as the game goes on, the circle gets smaller and smaller, forcing people to fight, forcing people to end the game, basically. So eventually there will be no circle if there's still people left. And that's just how Resurgence works, and that's part of Warzone. So then you have the Battle Royale option, which we're going to show you right over here. So this is where I live. We go back to this. You know, you got Squid Game Warzone. Yeah, that's cool. That's going to be around for a little bit. It's just one of those cliche things that they put in the game to try and get people in and on and playing and buying skins and spending money on this Squid Game, you know, battle pass type thing. Zombies. I'm not a big zombies fan. It's just not my thing. I don't enjoy going in and killing zombies, AI. It's not how I play. I like to play against real players in a competitive type style, and that's just kind of my thing. So I'm not a multiplayer guy. I'm not a zombies guy. You won't see me on those. Maybe once in a while we might pop in there just to check it out, just to show you guys what it's about. Same with the Squid Game Warzone. We'll probably do that just to show you guys what it's about. But that's not something that I'm going to be playing consistently. I live right here, Warzone. So in this Warzone, you've got that Squid Game Warzone. Then you have Battle Royale. Battle Royale is more a slower paced game to where you don't get to resurge. You don't get to come back if you die. You go to the gulag, and you have to win the gulag, which is basically a small like jail type style thing with two players who have both been killed in the map, and whoever wins that gulag challenge against each other gets to come back. If you die again, then you have to be bought back. There's no gulag. Can't come back unless you have a gulag token, which is something new they've added to the game recently. If you have a gulag token, it puts you back in the gulag and you get to fight to come back again. So they've kind of given you more options recently in the Battle Royale aspect of the game, to come back more times, but it's basically some kind of more competitive and more strategy. It's a bigger map. You only get to come back that one time, or you have to have a gulag token, or your teammate has to buy you back. So it's not that die and come back type thing. And it's on a much bigger map. So there's a lot of strategy to that. Same concept though. The circle closes as time goes on. And both Resurgence and Battle Royale are both against real live players, just like me. So that kind of makes it more fun, more competitive. You have that proxy chat in those. And it's just funner. Multiplayer is like die and come back, small map. It's not my thing. You can do the S&D or the hard point, but it's just not my thing. Like I said, we live in Warzone. So with that being said, you then have Area 99, which is the new BO6 Resurgence map. It's okay. You know, it is what it is. It's not the best map in the world. They could have did a lot better in my opinion, but it's new, so I guess you have that. That's about all I got to say. Then you have Rebirth Resurgence. This is the original OG map from Warzone 1. This is what I love this map. You know, it is just a great map. It's a great layout, has a great play style. Everybody loves this map. That's where you're going to find most people playing. We'll play the Area 99 just because it's new and it's different. It gives you that option, but Rebirth is just a much better map. Plunder quads, that's where you're going to go to level up guns. I don't know a whole lot of people who play plunder quads competitively. I mean, they're out there, I'm sure. I'm not one of those guys, again. This is where I'll go to level up guns. So you can go in here and do scavenger hunts, do most wanted, do bounty hunt, do whatever contract you can with the gun that you want with some double XP tokens on, and you can level guns up pretty quick in this game on plunder quads. Resurgent rotations, that's just going to rotate between the two maps, Rebirth and Area 99. Warzone ranked, competitive Warzone gameplay, basically is what that is. Resurgence and Battle Royale. It gives you the option to play more competitively with less guns and tacticals. There's certain things that aren't in that gameplay, so I'm not sure what they are. We haven't done some ranks, so that's something we'll do in the future, and we'll learn it together. Private match, obviously self-explanatory. You can set up your own private match. And boot camp, oof, who cares, right? Who cares? And then we go up to Squid Game. That's the new cliche thing I told you guys about. This is the battle pass. Yes, I bought it just because I wanted this guy here. So they get you to spend that money. So this is the Squid Games. We'll get into this. We'll show you guys some of this. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's Squid Games in Call of Duty. So that's what it is. So that's the rundown of the game and what you can play and your options to play. Like I said, you want to play multiplayer, you want to play zombies, cool. Just not my thing. If that's what you're looking to watch, probably not the channel for that. We'll dip into it. We'll dip our toes. But like I said, we live here. We live here on Battle Royale. Big map, little map. That's kind of our thing, and that's our play style. So with that being said, we'll go on to settings. If you're on PS5, I am a console PS5 player, standard controller. We might move to scuffed in the future, but right now we're just on a standard player, standard PS5 controller, standard PS5 console. We are landlined in. I would highly recommend that if you are not landlined in, if you are running off of Wi-Fi, if you can get that Ethernet cable hooked up and run from the router, that's going to make a big difference. So if you can do that, definitely do that. So with that being said, let's get into settings. Settings, controller. So there's a lot of stuff here. We're going to go through it as quick as possible because nobody wants to listen to me talk about settings, and I really don't want to talk about settings for the next 25 minutes. So let's burn through this real quick. I don't edit button layout. That's not me. I've learned the way, standard default way. That's the way I like it. I'm not trying to relearn it. I'll probably get a scuff if that's what I want to do. If you want to try some different layouts, there's definitely layout options, but I run default. Sensitivity, this is going to be something that you have to play with. I run 1.7 on horizontal and 1.6 on vertical. If you are way lower than this, bump it up slowly, but this is where you want to be. You want to be 1.7, 1.6, or 1.8, 1.7, or 1.6, 1.5. Kind of live in that region. But don't just jump to that if you're not there. Slowly work up to that so you can get used to it, basically. Controller vibration off, trigger effect off. There's just no reason to have it on. It's just going to interfere with your gameplay and your aim. All this other stuff above, off. I think that's pretty standard in how it comes. You don't have to mess with that. Dead zones. Here we go. So this is how I run mine. So first of all, you can test your dead zones. Go in here, play with your joysticks. It's going to show you if you have any twitching, anything going on. Like look at my left one. It's got a little bit of twitching, but I'm already at 6. I really don't want to go much higher than 6, so I'm going to leave it there. It doesn't really affect my gameplay in-game that I've noticed, so, and that's my movement of my character. It's not my aim. If it were my aim, probably a different story. I would probably get a new remote or bump it up to 7 or 8 if necessary. But once you get in that 7, 8, you have to remember it's going to cause a delay because it's creating a red area. Let me show you. Let's bump this up. See that red area? That's where your joystick takes effect. So the more you increase that, the less snappy you're going to be, basically. It's not going to take effect. It's going to take more time. So keep that in mind. If you get above 8, I mean, it's definitely time to get a new remote. And you can test it. So go in there, test it, check out, see what your remote's doing. Down here, left stick max, movement of character, I put that on 75 so I don't have to push it 100% to the left, right, up, down, whatever direction I want to move. It's going to make my character that much snappier or quicker. Once again, something you want to play with. If you have it like this, you have to keep in mind if you're on a ledge or something of that nature, you're going to move a lot quicker. So just keep that in mind, something you might want to work up towards. This is your aim. I run that at 0.9 again, or 990, whatever you want to call it. For less movement in my joystick. I don't want to go, you can go to 80, you could go to 75 if you really want, but just keep in mind it's going to be that much more snappier to get full aim, because it's increasing that red area once again. So it's less movement. I run 90 just because it's less movement, but it's not too extreme, and that's just kind of how I like it. So something you might want to play with, try different things, see what you're comfortable with, test that dead zone for sure. And if you need a new remote, get one. L2, R2, 0, 0. I do this because I am an ADS swapper. What that means is when I'm aiming down sights, I let off a lot to get that that aim again. The heck am I trying to say here? Your aim assist to kick back in. So you're ADSing and you're letting off that ADS. ADS in, let off, so you can move your joystick quicker, stay with the enemy, and get that aim assist to kick back in. So you want those on 0, 100% for sure. So you can have that movement when you're ADSing. Aiming, sensitivity multiplier, I run 0.8 on everything except for all this stuff that doesn't matter. Who cares about this stuff, right? ADS sensitivity multiplier 8. Tactical stance, I don't use it, but I still put it at 8. ADS sense multiplier focus 8. That's just where I like it. Once again, this is something if you're at 1 or whatever, test it, play with it, see what you like. That's the biggest thing with any settings. Anybody can use anything they want. It's all about how it plays for you, your play style, all those types of things. There is a kind of standard for that, and you can go from there. So this is where I like to live. Advanced settings, all this stuff, you want this on instant, so that ADS transition is instant. There's no delay, no gradual. We don't want none of that. It's just going to slow you down. Dynamic, some people have changed to linear. I still run dynamic. I like dynamic, and that's where I live. So we're not messing with any of this. This is multiplier stuff. Not really too concerned. It's all standard. Movement, tactical sprint assist on. Low mantle assist definitely on. This is Windows, stuff in your way. You're going to automatically mantle that. It's Call of Duty, so does it work 100% of the time? No, but if they get it to, you'll definitely want to have it on, and it does work most of the time currently. So tactical sprint assist, same thing. You want to be tactical sprint, and this is all about movement. So if you're getting slipping and slid on, and you're bitching and moaning about these sweaty players, etc., etc., it's settings. It's all settings. Get in there, play with your settings. You definitely want these two things on assist. It's going to give you that movement. No crouch assist. We don't want to be just dropping down for no reason and like a noob, so that's off. Corner slice, I like this option. This is something new that they've done. Your character kind of leans out around corners, so you're not fully exposed. I like it. Might be a personal thing. Try it. You don't like it, turn it off. It's that simple. Slide dive, tap to slide still. Airborne mantle, I have this on partial. You could probably turn this off. I haven't noticed any major difference that I can see, honestly. But again, personal preference, guys. I probably wouldn't put it on because then you're going to be mantling airborne. I don't even know what that means. So, but you're probably going to be mantling stuff that you don't want to mantle, basically. Sprint restore on. Slide maintain sprint, definitely, so you can keep sprinting after you slide. Obviously, we want that. We want that movement. Movement advanced settings. Sprint tactical behavior toggle. Honestly, I think that's standard. I don't think I played with that. So we're just going to leave that on toggle. Auto move forward, down. We don't want to just be moving when we don't want to be moving. Auto door peek, yes, so we can peek them corners like I was saying. Grounded mantle on, so we can mantle those low objects. Again, movement. We want to be able to just get right over them. We don't want to have to tap X. We don't want to have to do anything that's going to slow us down in our movement. So definitely want that on. Single tap for sprint. Free, so you just plunge underwater. Sprinting door bash, I have that on. Just so, like I said, when you're running around, you can just bang right through that door. Nothing's slowing you down. Combat. This is completely new. I don't think they had had this at all before. I think it was under a different option. Like, this is one of them things they just changed to change combat. I think we had most of these options before, but they were just under something else. But anyways, aim down sight, hold. I don't think I honestly mess with too much of this stuff. Tactical stance activation is off. I don't use tactical stance, but if you want to, different ways to activate that and deactivate that. Weapon mount, I put down double tap ADS. That's the way I like it. That's the way I've always played. So that's where I'm at. Dedicated melee weapon, hold. You can change this to weapon cycle. So I have an issue where I hit my aim joystick, my right R3 joystick. I hit that down a lot when I'm playing, so you'll see me melee in my gameplay, or my knife will come out. That's a huge problem for me in the new Black Ops 6. This is not something that happened in Modern Warfare 3. You just melee. Now you pull your knife out. So that's been an issue for me. I tried weapon cycle. I didn't like it because then you have to cycle. It's just doesn't work. So I still have it on hold melee. You can change your joysticks in your controller layout, but I'm just training myself not to do that. It's just something I'm going to have to change. Prioritize finishing move. That's the way I have it. That way I'm not snatching up players when I don't want to be. I'm used to prioritizing finishing moves, so that's the way I kept it. Change that if you want. Personal preference. Apply all on plates, definitely. C4 all at once. You can change that to individual. So they detonate individually or all at once. Equipment behavior hold. Just that's standard. Manual fire press. Combat advanced settings. Sprint tactical, sprint focus, change zoom active. You can play with this stuff. All this is standard, I'm pretty sure. Other than interact, you change to prioritize interact. So when it comes to opening boxes, things like that, it's just quicker on interact. Weapon mount, exit, instant. Any delay on that. Akimbo, who cares? I don't use it. If you use it, use whatever you want. That's how I feel about that. Alright, so that's pretty much it on the settings, guys. You can slow it down if you want, but I think we covered that in pretty quick time. It's time for you guys to do whatever you needed to do. If not, go back and pause it. Graphics, not a whole lot to see here. You want all your blurs off. Fidelity cast on. Strength 80. That's what I've had it at. Minimal on the texture streaming. View, no presets. Field of view 115. Third person field of view 90. Field of view wide. Both these on least. Third person ADS. I don't know. Never messed with it. Don't care. Right? Don't use it. Don't know. So that's kind of what you have on those options. That's pretty much it on that. Audio, that's pretty self-explanatory. I will say this. If you're bitching about sound, try Treyarch. That's what I use. I almost hear things too well in this game to where it sounds like people are closer than they're not. I think that's more the game, but this Treyarch mix, I like this a lot. I can hear stuff. I don't have a lot of complaints there. I think it's more just parts of the maps you can hear things better or you can hear things worse. I don't think it's generally this setting. Obviously some are better than worse, but in parts of the map there's definitely better audio than others, and I feel like that's more a map or game issue, not your headphones. So Treyarch, I like it. Try it. You don't like it, try something else. It's pretty much simple as that. Voice chat. This I'm still playing with. Don't pay attention to this 30. I just turned this up. I think I used to have this at 22, but in the video that I just dropped, it's hard hearing the enemy voice chat, so I want to get that up higher. I really had to play with audio settings in that last video I did, and it's still not great. So, but I spent a lot of time on it, so I dropped it anyway. So hope you guys liked it. But I had a problem with that, so I'm trying to get this up. I just put it on 30. I haven't tried it. So play with that setting so you can hear your teammates, so you can hear proximity chat if you're playing that way, which is when you can hear the other players. Voice chat you obviously want on. Body shield chat you obviously want on. That's when you use somebody as a body shield. Last words chat I have off. Game voice chat all lobby. My microphone level I just turned down because in my videos it's been too loud. This is a BO6 change. This is a new audio thing. So we're playing with this. We're trying to get these audio settings back to where we want them. So I apologize if they've been messed up in the videos. It might seem that I'm loud. It might seem like my teammates are low. Like I said, Black Ops 6 is all new, so we're playing with that. You can test your microphone. It shows. It probably just stopped my recording when I did that. Hopefully not. So it shows that where it picks up and drops off, basically. Interface. Don't mess with any of this. I haven't that I'm aware of. Readability. I haven't messed with any of this other than color customization. I run that on filter 2. And you can also change your enemy and teammate colors, which I also did. So you can do that any way you want. Filter 2 seems to be the best for me. I've been running that since Modern Warfare 3. Gameplay HUD, safe area. This is important. Pull this in. You don't want this maxed out. Like, oh, I want my screen to be bigger. No, you want your screen to be smaller. So it's going to tighten everything up, make it more clear, less eye strain looking around on your screen. Alright, so make that small. Square minimap, you should all know that by now. Minimap rotation on, blah, 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 blah. Crosshairs, you can increase the size of your crosshair and make it bigger. I have it on larger. I didn't want to go too crazy with that. I don't want some big fucking dot in the middle of my screen. It's just going to be annoying. I had it on standard. I just recently changed it to larger. So we'll see if we like it. We might go back to standard. That's personal preference, guys. Damage-based hit markers, you want them on, off. I like them on because I've been playing for so long. I'm just used to it. So that's personal preference. You don't like that extra noise, turn it off. None of this stuff I messed with, right? So that's pretty much it on the interface. Count network, we're not going to go there. But anyways, so that's the rundown, guys. That's the rundown of the game. That's the rundown of your settings. We're going to do a loadout video, so let's do that real quick. We can probably squeeze that in there. But just in case, we're gonna stop this video and pick back up. And it only records up to 30 minutes on the PS5, so you can go back, get more online. We're not gonna mess with that. So that's another thing about this game is you got the PS5 Share Factory. That's how I make all my videos. So you can do that right from the PS5 with the PS5 Share Factory. Is it the best app in the world to use to edit your videos? No, absolutely not. But it's awesome that they have that option. They have that editor already in there. So if you want to make some videos, you can. And that's what we do. That's what we do. But we're going to be moving up. Like I said, we're going to always play console, I think, but we'll get a scuff. We'll get a better screen. We'll take advantage of every opportunity that we can get. But I want to be on console so I can show you guys what you can do on console. And in my opinion, it's more rewarding. So when you shit on those sweaty players on a PC or whatever, it's that much more rewarding. Like, hey, you know, I'm out here sweating on a console, landline in. And I want you guys to know that you can do the same things. That you can be a good player, you can be a sweaty player on console. That's the goal. So that's why we're doing this settings video. You want to take advantage of everything that you can take advantage of in this game to give you an advantage on those sweaty players, and that goes from loadouts to settings. All those things make a huge difference. So make sure that you're playing with those things. You're trying different loadouts, you're trying different tacticals, and you're playing with the game. So if you're just a casual player, maybe you don't care so much. But if you're trying to be competitive, take advantage of every edge that you can get. Alright, guys, so that's the point of this video. So moving on to loadouts. This shouldn't be too complicated because I run basically the same thing as far as like my tacticals, my wild card, my perks are all the same. The only thing that's going to change are the guns. And right now there's two main loadouts that I'm using. And obviously, if you're playing the game, you should know the PP and the XM4. They're probably the two best guns in the game currently, and we use those most of the time. So show you the build that we are running on this, and actually we will start with the PP6 and the pistol. I call it the PP6 because I have 6 attachments. You can put up to 8. I don't really see any point for 8 on the PP. If you want to put 8 on, you can, and we'll get there in about 35 seconds. But the point of my conversation right now is you can go in while you're in the game, buy this loadout, your PPXM4, and then turn around and buy your PP6 pistol from the buy station, so you have that extra attachment. I don't do that a lot, I ain't gonna lie. When you're in the game, if you have time to do it, you can, the time and the money. I always grab this off the rip because I know I'm going to have my AR, I know I'm going to have my PP, I know I'm going to have what I want. So then if I have that extra money, I will buy that 6 attachment PP. So you can do that in game. So that's why we have this different loadout. Alright, so that's kind of the point of that. So let's start with the 6 attachment one. We'll get in here and we're going to make this quick. Like I said, we don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, guys. I don't want to go into another 30-minute video on loadouts. So a lot of these attachments are going to be the same throughout the guns, right? So they're good attachments. They work on most of the guns. This makes sense. So on the PP6 attachment, we're running the ported compensator. We're running the reinforced barrel. We're running the extended mag 1, which is 85 rounds. 85. We switched this to 50 recently, and actually I'm going to switch it back. I don't know why I didn't save it. This game has a bad habit of not saving when you change loadouts sometimes, so make sure you go in and check them once in a while. Anyways, we're running the 50. We were running the 85. This is personal preference. I really love the 85. I'm not gonna lie, that extra ammo makes a huge difference in certain situations, but for the speed and mobility, we're running the 50. Okay, so that's what we're running. Ported compensator, reinforced barrel, fast mag 1, commando grip. Again, this is for fucker. Why is it changing my shit, bro? This game is pissing me off. So, again, or no. Maybe I did do that for hipfire movement strafing. CQB slides for it. No. Yeah. Alright, I don't know what's going on. I apologize. This game's pissing me the fuck off. Anyways, ported compensator, reinforced barrel, fast mag 1, CQB grip. This is for the dive, slide, and sprint to fire speed. It's a great attachment. Great attachment. This other one is for just regular aim down sight, but we're running sprint, so we're sprinting almost all the time. Commando is what I was using before I had these other two unlocked, and for some reason it keeps going back to that default Commando grip that I originally used. Don't ask me why. Like I said, make sure you're checking your loadouts. So run the CQB. It's a great grip. Alright, so no stock, obviously this is for that movement. Like I said, movement makes a huge difference. If you're complaining about getting slipped and slid on and getting your ankles broke, like I said, settings and loadout make a huge difference, so try these things. Overpressured, that's going to give us the bullet velocity, so we want that bullet velocity. So like I said, guys, ported compensator, reinforced, fast mag 1, CQB, no stock, and overpressured. See all that green over there to the right? That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. This gun is a very good gun to run, so make sure you are running this. There's no option to save at the bottom. I'm just looking to make sure. Maybe I'm a noob and I'm noobing out, and that's why my loadout keeps changing, but I think it's more the game. So here it is, guys. That's the PP6 attachment. And in order to run that 6 attachment, you have to have this gunfighter wildcard on, and that gives you the option to run 6 or 8 attachments. We only run 6. Like I said, I don't see the point for the rest. Alright, pistol. I hate this. Look, you cannot see where you're highlighted. I don't know if it's just me, but Call of Duty, come on. You couldn't have made this highlighted red or something? Like you made it blue? It's impossible to see. Anyways, pistol. Running the Grakova. And on this, like I said, this is a loadout that you're going to grab if you already have your other loadout. So you can get that 6 attachment PP. You'll probably end up dropping the pistol, but you definitely want to have a good pistol in this loadout in case you get stuck with it, right? Alright, muzzle brake. We're running the muzzle brake because first shot recoil, kick reset speed. That's what you want. Some good recoil control on this little pistol here. Reinforced barrel. That's going to give you damage range, bullet velocity, extended mag. Obvious. We want more bullets. CQB grip again. Like I said, that's that slide, sprint, dive, fire speed. Recoil springs. Obviously, you want that recoil control, right? Good little pistol loadout right there. We run stim shot, and we run Simtex. We used to be the Thermite King. If you haven't seen that video, check it out, the Candlestick King. Saying goodbye to Modern Warfare 3, both good videos, but saying goodbye to Candlestick King, great video. Some great Thermite kills in there. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out and definitely give it a like or a share or subscribe if you are not already subscribed, but that is by far one of my favorite videos. So, Candlestick King, check it out if you haven't seen it. They don't have thermites in BO6. It's one of my biggest grunts about this game. So we are running Simtex. Simtex is a good alternative, but it's not thermites, right? It's not thermites. So anyways, moving down to perks, dexterity. We want dexterity. It's going to give us reduced weapon motion while jumping, sliding, and diving, and I'm going to take less fall damage. If you've seen my videos, well, I got weak ankles, folks, so that's why we're running dexterity, and we're also running it for that mobility, right? Sprinter. Obvious, right? Obvious. Can tactical sprint indefinitely, right? So definitely want that. Speed and mobility. That's what we're going for. Gun ho. Reduce movement penalties while reloading or using equipment. Reload while tac sprinting. Again, ability, movement. That's what we want to get down on these sweats, right? So that's what we're doing. And we got the gunfighter because this is the pistol 6 attachment PPP loadout. PPXM4, so this is going to be your standard PP 5 attachment with your XM4 AR. Again, we're probably going to have to change this loadout, so don't be too mad at me if we go in here and it's different because it's Call of Duty, right? So here we go. Let's find out. Yeah, I can already tell you that it's different. So, we're running the ported compensator, obviously horizontal, vertical, and first shot recoil. We want that recoil control. All right, we want this thing to be steady. Reinforced barrel again, which is damage range and bullet velocity. Obviously, and that for the damage range and bullet velocity. Fast mag 1, it is on the right mag, so that is good. 50, we're running the 50. You can run the 85 if you would like, but we're running the 50. Ergonomic grip. I'm not sure why it's on this grip. I don't believe that I've ever used this grip. Hey, you know, thanks Call of Duty. Appreciate you. CQB grip. That's the grip you want to be running on almost any SMG. Like I said, most of these attachments are going to carry over from one SMG to the other. This is dive, slide, and sprint to fire speed. Pretty obvious why we want that. No stock, same thing. See all the green to the right, far right of this screen? That's what we're looking for. This is a good 5 attachment build. Honestly, on the 6 with that extra bullet velocity with the overpressured is great. But even without that, with the 5 attachment, this is a great build. This is a great gun. So that's why having the 6 attachment, sure it's nice. 8 attachment, sure it's nice. Do I use it? Most of the time I don't. Just being honest, guys. But I have one built in case I have that extra time, that extra money, and that extra thought to do it. XM4, the best AR in the game, hands down. The Ames is getting pretty close, but I don't know. It's a toss-up. Right now, it's probably a toss-up between the two, the XM4 and the Ames. But I still would take the XM4 probably over the Ames. Otero red dot. That is a 1.25 magnification. That's what I just like to run on my ARs. I don't see any point to run a 4 times or anything over a 1.25. Honestly, you could get away with a 1 if there was a good one in here. 1 times mag, but I don't think there is. You could run the Kevlar. It's personal preference. I just like the Otero. I don't really know why. It's just what I like. But you can run the Kepler too. It's another great optic option for this gun. Ported. Same thing. Like from SMG to AR, we still have this ported. This is the recoil control. That's what we're looking for. Barrel, same thing. Reinforced. Damage range, bullet velocity. Extended mag, 60 rounds. Pretty obvious why we want that. Buffer weight stock, recoil control. This build, and you can't do any better. I'm telling you right now. That's all you're looking for, folks. That's all you're looking for. And it's the best game in the gun, probably. Same perks, same lethals and tacticals, stems, Semtex, dexterity, sprinter, gun ho. This wildcard is overkill, obviously, so we can have the XM4 and our PP. So we want our AR, SMG, melee. You can change this to, you know, God only knows what as far as options. Looks like the baseball bat, the cleaver, the power drill, and the knife. I like the knife. It's easy, it's small, and I don't really use it that much, so if you want to change this and get creative, you can. And you can do Modern Warfare 2 and 3, so keep that in mind. You don't just have your melee weapons or guns from just Black Ops 6, which is nice. I like that they did that. Nobody's using them because the guns are garbage now. If they would still make them good guns, it'd be great. But they might as well just take them off at this point because nobody runs them. Very few people are running a Modern Warfare 2 or a Modern Warfare 3 gun. There are some that are still good. Melee weapons, you could get creative with that because there is a ton of them. 3 options. So, but like I said, we just run the knife, guys. Alright, snipe. I run the AS Val and the LR762 for my sniper loadout. The Val's a AR, but it's got quick movement. It's got that range. It's something that I've just recently started using. I like it. I don't have a whole lot of complaints about it, so we'll show you the build. Suppressed reinforced barrel, it's the same barrel kind of as the regular reinforced, except this one gives you no mini-map firing ping. So bullet velocity, damage range, That's everything we're looking for. Ranger foregrip is going to give us the sprinting movement speed additional bonus and horizontal recoil control, which you definitely want the recoil control on the Val. It is wily. It is a wily goose without the recoil control. I'll tell you right now that's why we don't have the additional bullet velocity setting here. We have it on horizontal vertical with the recoil springs. We have that Ranger grip for the horizontal, and then we have the reinforced barrel, velocity and damage range. But we're trying to eke out any recoil control that we can get on this gun. It is a little wily. Just gonna tell you that right now. So CQB grip to additional movement speed because it is an AR. So we want that extra bonus, right? Need that with this AR. Otherwise, great gun. It's not an SMG, so don't expect to be getting crazy, slippy, slidey on people. But it's a great sniper support gun, in my opinion. So going down to the LR. If you've played this game, everybody's using this gun. It's pretty obvious what you want. Maybe if you're not a player, you're a casual. Like I said, that's why we're doing this. We run the 7x scope. We don't run a 10 times or a zoom or anything like that. I don't like those on my sniper. I like the 7 times or 5 times or anything below 10 times. 7 or below preferably, is going to give you that extra ADS speed, so it doesn't take you 1 hour to aim down sights, right? So you want that, again, movement, quickness. These aren't the biggest maps in the world. Maybe if you're running Battle Royale, you might want that scope for the bigger map. We don't run too much of that, so we're doing the 7 times, right? So try different ones. If you're looking for that extra movement and speed, you want 7 times or below. Reinforced barrel, obviously. This, like I said, this barrel carries over from gun to gun, full velocity and range, damage range. Precision handguard. This is going to give you aiming, idle sway, horizontal recoil control. You want that 3 bonus aiming, idle sway. It's a sniper, right, guys? It's not an AR, it's not an SMG, it's a sniper. So you're going to have a lot of sway. So that's what that grip is for. Commando grip, we want that extra ADS speed. Like I said, it's a sniper. It takes a month to ADS, so that's why we have the commando. And rapid fire. This is going to give us rechamber speed, right? And with a sniper, it's definitely a nice bonus. I'm still playing with this. This is a new add-on because it dings your velocity, which I don't like. Horizontal vertical recoil, I'm not a whole lot concerned about. I don't like the fact it takes away from velocity. So, well, we're going to see. We may go back to additional bullet velocity, which is what we were running. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. And if I keep it or change it, I will keep you guys updated. And like I said, same perks, same lethals, same tacticals. I don't see any reason to change this, right? You get used to something, you like it, you rely on it. If you change it, then you have to remember that. Mr. Casual Guy, I don't have the best memory. Right, so we're running the same stuff. If you're doing camo grinds, you're going to have to change some of this stuff to concussions because Black Ops 6 has went back to the insane camo grind. I don't like it all. So, but anyways, that's a whole nother subject. KSV aims. So here we go. This is the second best loadout in the game. The KSV and the aims. SMG KSV aims 85 AR. And like I said, attachments are going to carry over, guys, right? Because they're the best in the game. So running the ported, running the reinforced, running the 40 round instead of the 60 round for movement, running the CQB grip for movement. On this one, we're running the recoil springs for some additional recoil control instead of the additional bullet velocity. Again, this is something I'm playing with. I'll keep you updated if we go back to the velocity. So try it. See if you don't need that extra recoil control, change it to the velocity. Get that extra bullet velocity. That's just what we're currently running. Aims, again, guys, everything carries over most of the time. Ported compensator. We're running the Volk, whatever this is, optic on the aims currently, just because that's what I'm liking. Sometimes I run the 1.25, sometimes I run just a reflex with no magnification. That's what we're doing on the aims currently. So it's just personal preference, what you're playing. Playing BRs, you probably want that 1.25 or bigger for sure. But with this aims, I like this slate reflector, basically, no magnification. Running the ported again, obvious reasons. Recoil control, right? Reinforce, same as always. Velocity, damage range, ranger foregrip, recoil control, and movement speed. That's what we're looking for. Extended mag 60, and that's it, fellas. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty much the same. Same thing as far as perks and attachments go. Like I said, they carry over from gun to gun. As long as you got the best guns in the game, which, like I said, are currently the PP and the XM4 and the KSV and the AIMS 85, you should be doing all right. Get them right attachments on there. Play with your settings, do all the things we've talked about, and you'll be slipping and sliding on people, and you'll be in there like swimwear, right? Nothing to worry about. So that's it, folks. That's a rundown of the loadouts, the settings, the game itself. So hopefully this video was able to help you in some way, shape, or form. And as always, I really appreciate y'all stopping by my modest little channel. So go ahead and finger up them buttons if it was able to help you. If you've not subscribed, subscribed. If you haven't liked. Do your thing, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So as far as the game and where it's at, it's a hell of a lot better than it was when they dropped it. The game was literally unplayable. Like I said, that's why we weren't playing the game. But in my opinion, COD is the best first-person shooter game out there. It's the most mature as far as mature content, mature gameplay, mature loadouts. Yeah, they got some crazy shit in there, don't get me wrong. But it's a lot worse, in my opinion, on other games. I don't want to go play a kid's game like Fortnite. Even Halo, it's just not my style. It's not what I want to do. I really enjoy Call of Duty. I enjoy the gameplay. I enjoy the movement. I enjoy the loadouts. I enjoy the communication. And like I said, it's a more mature game, and this is a mature channel and has mature content. So keep that in mind too. But yeah, so I love the game. Hopefully Activision gets their shit together. They usually do. Hopefully they've realized some things from this launch and its complete failure. And that if they do continue to do it, eventually people are going to stop playing the game. But as long as the game is enjoyable and it's fun and it's playable, I'm going to continue to play. I'm certainly not going to start dropping clip videos from Marvel Rivals. I just think that's hilarious. Like I said, it's just not my style. It's not what I want to do. It's not what I want to watch. It's not my kind of content. I live on Call of Duty. There are other games we'll probably try. There's different modes we'll try. But at the end of the day, this is where we live. So appreciate y'all stopping by. I hope you all have a stupid good day, man. And I hope this was able to help you in some way, shape, or form. So appreciate it.